How's it going, everybody? Stoner14 here, and welcome back to another Nostalgia Critic reaction. Gonna be reacting to his newest episode of his review of none other than Wish. Now, if any of you have seen Wish, you guys will know exactly what they're talking about. This movie I had recently watched with my family, and we all agree that it was an absolute disappointment. A very, very bad movie. Honestly, it had a little bit going for it, and then it dropped the ball harshly. And honestly, for those who talk about the conspiracy of that it's AI generated, honestly, I can believe that. I mean, if I can take a reference from one person said, I forget his name, but he's part of the Renegades group. If any of you react to the Renegades, they do really funny reactions. I recommend you check out their channel, but point is, they said that it's pretty much in Kanto, but not in Kanto, if AI was trying to replicate it without getting copyrighted. And that's definitely kind of what it feels like, especially with all the designs. But I'm curious to see how Doug is going to rip this thing apart, because you know what? This thing deserves to be ripped apart. I'm sorry, Disney, but this movie was a big disappointment, like it or not. Anyways, let's get on with the reaction in 3, 2, 1.
This episode brought to you by Legacy Box.
Hello.
The best way to digitize your home movies and photos.
Good to
Hey
know.
folks, we're starting YouTube memberships. If you want access to emojis, polls, behind-the-scene videos, and other perks, check out and see if you want to become a member.
Sure.
And come check us out at C2E2. Hope to see you there.
I would if I could go to Chicago, but I can't, unfortunately. But I'm glad you're going there, Doug. Oh, we're getting right into it. No long intro or anything.
So we don't have any lines this week?
No, he just said he's throwing a big celebration for the Wish review.
What kind of celebration?
A big
The
celebration.
kind of celebration 100 years of Disney deserves. Now, close your eyes. I want it to be a surprise.
Oh no, what are we gonna see?
Are they closed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh!
I forget about the eye thing. Just come in here.
Well, he's not beating around the bush this time around.
To 100 years of Disney.
Where?
Yeah, it doesn't look like you put any effort into this.
How dare you? Of course I
Exactly.
did. There's Disney magic all around you.
There is?
No,
Of
there
course.
is.
For example, that book.
Yep,
What
the
about it?
allegory.
It's the book from Cinderella.
It looks nothing like the book from Cinderella.
This is a collection of tales from the crypt.
Clearly, there's gonna be some artistic license. Got some purists.
Also, did you mean to leave your coffee pot out?
Unhand Mrs. Potts.
That's
Critic,
Miss-
I played Mrs. Potts in 12th grade.
Really?
I know Mrs. Potts.
Cool.
I'm practically friends with Mrs. Potts. This, sir, is no Mrs. Potts.
Yeah.
I'd expect that from someone who wants nothing different. No change at all.
Change works when you add something good, not take away something good.
Yes.
Any more talk like that, I won't let you pet our biggest guest of all.
Chaplain?
No, it's a cat from Disney.
Which one?
Which one?
All of them! It's all the cats from Disney! Figaro, Lucifer, whatever the hell the Aristocats were named, it's all—
It's so true, though. There is next to nothing new in there. It's just a watered down version of just generic Disney stuff, along with just weird stereotypes that don't make any sense.
all of them! I'm lazily conceived.
Exactly.
None of this represents what people like about Disney.
Not even with all
Correct.
these classic characters finally together.
Just saying something is something doesn't make it something.
Ain't that
Yeah.
No, it's nothing.
But you're gonna miss the grand finale!
I've had it with this Wonka experience.
Ugh,
Yeah,
come on.
can we
Maybe
just
it'll
move
be
on?
intriguingly disappointing.
Exactly.
Look! It's the horse from Wish!
Was there a horse in Wish?
You could've
No, I
watched
don't
the
remember
movie
there
to
being
find
a
out.
horse.
Hell no.
Come on, give him a good kick!
Oh! Ow.
Oh, don't worry about him, he's dead. Take that, Wish! Take that! Take that, Wish!
Actually, quick, curious question, just a random note from my brain. So if he has the head of a horse but the body of a human, does that technically make him like a reverse centaur of some kind? I don't know. It's just a weird thought that popped into my head.
Take that!
Okay, Critic.
I know, I
think
need
we're done
something
here.
interesting to talk about.
Anniversary of Disney!
I know, honey.
It's so good! It's so good!
Let's get you some happy gummies.
Look at that light! It's Lumiere! Disney, baby! Yeah!
Oh my goodness. Doug's in denial. Also, see that shit from right there? They stole the intro from Shrek with the book. I mean, to be fair, Shrek kind of stole that idea, I think. And then, But like the whole point is he was more of a satire. But I don't know. I think Shrek made that a little more iconic. Not the point though.
Yep, everyone's made fun of what was supposed to be Disney's 100-year cinematic celebration.
Yeah,
which,
and it was bad,
like
bad,
almost
bad.
everything that came out from Disney that year. It cost a lot of money and had a lot of talented people involved,
Bambi?
but turned out ultimately soulless. Now, to some extent, you can say, so what? There's a lot of soulless stuff from Disney. But no, you understand. This reached a new fascinating level.
Yeah,
this film was
it
so
did.
soulless, even Pazuzu wouldn't be able to possess it.
Damn.
Some Disney films take risks that creatively backfire. This one played it so safe that people swear the entire movie was AI generated.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
the definition of a charts movie. It tried so hard to have everything that it ended up having nothing.
Yes.
So, how can something so ambitious turn out something so passionless? Well, let's take a closer look. Mm-hmm. Because it feels so good!
Stop kicking him in the crotch. I mean, I mean, that is what that movie feels like. But jeez, man.
Yeah, what do you say we get a more accurate logo for Disney's 100-year celebration? Like,
Yeah.
no.
Perfect.
Look, the Snow White font. This is gonna be just like Snow White.
Oh,
No, really, I'm serious.
I actually didn't know that.
There was a young man.
We get the backstory of a sorcerer named Magnifico.
again, it just looks like Shrek.
Given the name
Like
Jens
with its
dignity,
starting.
who achieved the power to take people's deepest wishes away and hold on to them.
He also understood just how impossible it can be to make that wish come true.
Man, that became the slogan for the movie after it came out.
Damn.
Sets up an island where people could have their wishes taken away, but also protected. So rather than follow their dreams, they all just live peacefully together. Boy, they really do try to throw in a lot of Easter eggs from other Disney films. There's the dick from Little Mermaid.
Wish ceremony today.
Every month, someone is granted their wish, and our main character, Asha, played by Ariana DeBose, hopes her grandfather
I almost
will
forgot
get
what her
his wish
name
on his
was.
100th birthday.
Grandfather,
Valentina's never done talking.
if only we could understand you.
Can I wish for that not to happen?
Yes, please.
So at first, the style doesn't look
Good God, the goat character was awful.
that bad. I'm a big fan of watercolors, so my hope was maybe they could utilize them the same way the Spider-Verse movies utilize the comic book style.
Yes.
Unlike something like Lilo and Stitch, where the 2D painted cells really stand out against the 2D watercolor,
Yeah,
3D
but they don't.
relies on depth perception. I mean, that's practically what 3D means, right? More depth. You need to play with focus and color in a different way than you do with 2D. And everything here stays in focus, but is shot like it shouldn't all be in focus.
Yeah.
Like, is this a flat tapestry of the town, or is it just the town? Is that apple
Yeah.
really big, or is it just really close to you?
Yeah,
You
see, it's
can't
hard to tell.
Sometimes this can work, like in Sleeping Beauty or The Thief and the Cobbler. But again, the styles of those movies match 2D perfectly.
Yes.
This is just 3D minus the depth, and a few very flat lines thrown on them. Yeah, rather than have the lines accentuate the animation like in Spider-Verse, this looks like a phone app turned up the sharp filter on Tangled.
Yeah.
So because nothing stops the characters in
it
the
does.
foreground blending into the background, it sadly gives us the blandness of both 2D and 3D. But don't worry, we have songs that are there.
Yeah, the songs were not very interesting either, and I might need to. Hopefully, it's not copyrighted.
Welcome to the shitty madrigal.
Pretty much.
Alright, so if I have to be...
You see, even Doug agrees that it was based off of freaking Encanto. Which I feel bad because Encanto is pretty good, actually.
totally fair, the melodies to the songs are alright.
Yeah, they're
They're a
decent.
touch
They're
generic,
okay.
but I do find myself humming a few of them afterwards, and I think that counts for something. The
only
lyrics,
one
on the
was
other
what I
hand...
know
This
now.
might sink in the morning. We are our own origin story.
Leave you here,
Jesus.
I don't wanna. I wanna.
I'm past dipping my toes in, but I'm not. No, I'm not past diving in.
Yeah,
You're
the,
trying to Lin-Manuel
the
Miranda,
song style
and you
is just
don't know
really
how to
strange.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
See this kingdom, I built it up, and you still complain.
oh yeah, this guy.
These feel so rushed and so forced that they sound more like Who's Line songs than professional writers.
Yes.
Wishes aren't safe because of me, and that's a lie, 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 lie.
Just use that one word over and over. That'll show how much time you put into this.
A little fun allegory.
That gets me excitatory.
Well, we're running out of rhymes. La 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 la.
Pretty much, that's what it sounds like.
La la la. Peter Tork.
I'm a star.
Watch out, world, here I are.
Who
Yeah.
talks like that?
Oh.
Isn't that the idea? Like, rhymes are supposed to flow as naturally as one talks?
Yes.
This would be like, Hakuna Matata! It means the days that there are the rest of which you should have no worries for!
Banana.
Did 14 wishes last year. Come on, that's a high percent.
Oh.
They're pretty bad.
Yeah.
Asha hopes to be Magnifico's apprentice, as they usually get their wishes granted along with their family. She gets support from the 7 twats here, who I guess are supposed to be her friends, but honestly,
Yeah,
come
they're all,
across as
they're
kind
all
of
based
a-holes.
off of the 7
Like how they mentioned how
dwarfs.
one of them never got their wish granted.
You don't want to have to end up like Simon here.
What's wrong with Simon here?
I don't know. You're kind of boring now.
Wow, what dwarf is he based off of? Douchey?
Pretty much. I think it's angry.
Together yet, yes, these are supposed to be the 7 dwarfs.
Yeah.
To what purpose does this
And then
serve?
one of the
We'll
girls
get to
is,
that.
and then the
Don't worry,
girl with the
it's
glasses
quite
is Snow White, I'm guessing.
Tell me why you think you should be my apprentice.
Asha goes to see Magnifico, played by Chris Pine, and at first they seem to get along as he shows her where he keeps all the wishes.
Yes.
It's just something my father taught me.
I think I remember your father.
Your father's Chinese, right? And a woman?
My entire family destroyed by greedy thieves. I found
This tapestry here, I gotta say my points on it. So, I thought when I saw this movie the first time, this tapestry was gonna come back into play. Because as he just said a moment ago, that his land was taken by thieves. So what I thought, or my brother and I thought, was that the twist was going to be that he is one of the thieves. And this was his way of taking over this entire town. In a weird, like, way. Again, we were trying to make sense of this movie that makes no sense. But yeah, this never comes into play despite how much focus it gets.
founded this kingdom so there would be a place where everyone is safe.
Interesting. Can't wait to learn more about that. Oh, this is him later?
Yeah.
Love my face. You're cute and strong and bold and brave. Thanks.
Alright. I guess for now he seems okay. Looking
Yeah,
for her
just like-
grandfather's wish to inspire people through music.
Yes.
Create something to inspire the next generation. Too vague. Create what? A rebellious mob?
Once he makes a wish that's as harmless and bland as, well, wish, we could get somewhere. Asha asks questions.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that's a good point he makes. Like, that's actually one thing I liked, was that he makes a good point. If the wish is too vague, or just, it makes sense that he couldn't grant it, you know?
That
I get he has to be
you don't
safe.
have to be a mathematician to figure out.
I make it so they forget their worries.
So most of these wishes will never be granted?
Well,
Yes.
yeah, girl.
He just said
For a
that.
raffle ticket and being like, only one person wins, and we don't get our money back? That's not fine print, that's just print.
Yeah,
got manure for your brains.
exactly.
When she finds out what he promised to people was exactly what he promised to people, she disagrees with his ways and he goes full Anakin, turning on a dime.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're missing. They deserve more than
I decide what everyone
Yeah, see, he
deserves.
just turns out of nowhere.
Yes, I do love the irony that this film has some original Epcot vibes.
What?
Needless to say, she doesn't get
Damn.
the apprenticeship or her grandfather's wish, as it goes to someone else.
To sew the most beautiful dresses
Right.
in all the land.
And then the dress
Kinda
she makes
dresses.
is based off of
Rebellious
Sleeping
mob
Beauty's
dresses.
dress.
On second thought, this is too vague. I'm taking it back.
It's always next time.
Cheers to that.
Asha has to go back to tell her grandfather the bad news.
He said it's too
Yeah.
dangerous to grant.
My wish is dangerous.
I just wanted to round up people of different races and religions and kick them out of the country.
You know, maybe he was right.
Damn.
Let's not uncap that.
And man,
Could you
I apologize
imagine?
to Prince of Egypt saying their song transitions were hit and miss. After Asha has an argument with her grandfather, it goes right into the emotional song number.
Yeah. And the song makes no sense either.
Isn't truth
Now you can't just blurt it out like that.
Yeah.
Seriously, does this film want me to feel anything? I have TV dinners I form more of an attachment to. Asha sings a song, wishing upon a star, and sure enough, a star answers and comes on down to greet her.
Yeah.
Oh, there.
The star was the only fairly decent thing. I mean, it is pretty adorable, like how it uses like a thing of yarn, like clothing is kind of cute, but that's about it. Otherwise, it's very bland.
This is another pretty generic Disney sidekick. It doesn't really
Yeah.
have much personality aside from happy. I think I would have dug it more if it was the star from
It
the
just
Super
looks like
Mario
a
Brothers
boot.
movie.
Exactly.
The only hope is the
Sweet
sweet
release
release
of-
of death.
Yes, that is what I get when I see that face. Oh, and I hope we get Luma Lee in the future.
But don't worry, the side characters get worse.
Oh,
No,
yeah, they do.
Things
Like
that
the
goes with
fucking
voice. You want
goat!
to laugh at. If only he would say something funny.
Yeah, he says nothing funny.
My mother was shaved for that yarn. Meant to do that.
No, really, the voice itself is humorous. I want to laugh at. I'm actually prepared to laugh at. All the setups are there, but it almost impressively never delivers a good joke.
Yeah.
We ride! I'm sorry. I was right in your ear. Return to your stables. If anyone asks, play dumb.
Listening to this thing is like watching Clayface suddenly discover the
Well, that
idea
one
of
was
humor.
okay enough.
It's as obvious as my baby beard. It is I, the Superman from Krypton.
And goddammit, didn't we just have a song?
Yeah.
The entire time.
When it comes to the universe, we're all shareholders.
Yeah.
This world has shareholders? God, these lyrics are bad!
Yeah.
I give credit, this is one of the few moments where it's not ashamed to look 3D. The colors pop, the camera has good movement, the shadows
The
create
visuals
some
are
real depth.
okay enough, but
Visual depth, the characters are still shit.
King
Yeah.
Magnifico has their wishes in the castle. But if we take them, isn't that stealing? Right. They don't belong to him, do they?
Yes, they do! They all agree
Yeah,
to it! I mean,
Yes.
I wouldn't be dumb enough to do it, but if somebody wanted to do something stupid like this... that's a choice! I should try.
exactly. I mean, again, that's the main point. They willingly give up the wish after he says they can't grant it. I think that's actually a smart thing for him, you know? Now, I understand why people think she's the antagonist instead of him.
To break in and get her grandfather's wish, and I don't know, this happens, I guess.
Another freaking song with, like, chickens. The freaking chickens from the Muppets.
This was the big topper in all the trailers.
Your wings can't fly.
Really?
But your voices can.
I never thought I'd be
Wow.
craving the sloth scene from Zootopia.
We won't tell
Okay,
anyone.
that was pretty good.
Seven.
The Thanksgiving
Agree to help
thing kind of
Asha as
cracked me.
Magnifico tries to alert everyone of the magic that came from the star.
It was magic, though quite clumsy and amateurish.
That is literally the plot summary on the back of the Blu-ray.
Yes!
Mock Doc tries to stall him while Asha gets the wishes, resulting in people asking questions again anyone with a brain would ask from the start.
Yes!
We know our wishes are safe. We never see them. Why can't we see them?
Why can't we remember them?
What if we want to change our wish?
Why are we only now
Yeah,
asking?
and that was another big question. Changing the wish. If the wish is bad, what if we could change it and then it could be good, you know? Oh, this thing pisses me off. I gotta stop talking, otherwise we'll never get through this.
Why are we pretending nobody would ask this before? I'm Spartacus!
Whoever identifies the traitor, your wish will be granted.
Unless it's Joe. Joe, I know what your wish is, and you should be ashamed. Is it that bad? It's pretty bad, Joe. Oh, I'm a monster, and I'm sorry. You should be, Joe. Wow. Like I mentioned before, Magnifico goes from, okay, not super deep, but having potential for something really complex.
Yes.
Suddenly, a vain, egotistical show-off.
Yes.
So brilliant.
Just out of nowhere.
Admit it.
In what world did anybody think these two songs would come from the same character?
Exactly.
How can we go from a Ramesses-style layered villain to NSYNC growing up into Siegfried and Roy after eating Guy Fieri? This'd be like if Frollo had Hellfire switched out with Gaston's song.
Yes.
No one lusts like Frollo or mistrust like Frollo. Roaming for me, gypsy bust like Frollo. Oh, but his amazing transition isn't done yet. He has an evil book of spells that once open makes you even more power-hungry and vengeful.
Yeah.
To this book, I don't want to be tethered, but desperate times call for desperate measures.
I mean, why are you acting like this guy didn't out of nowhere become a psycho asshole already?
Exactly.
This would be like the Joker falling to that vat of chemicals and saying, oh, he also hit his head on the way out. That part made him crazy. Yeah, it's not really needed at this point.
Pretty much.
This belongs to me.
Asha gives the wish to her grandfather, but looks like an inside tip led Magnifico straight to them. While there, he crushes her mother's wish, and yeah, we're gonna find the only person who can take me down. Better bring 2 guards. Thus Asha and her family manage to escape.
I know what you're thinking,
Yeah, just,
because I'm thinking it too.
what do you
We're
think?
never gonna make our money back.
No, absolutely
Back
not.
to shore.
Shark! What? No, I have not seen a shark. I'm just practicing.
Say something funny!
Exactly.
And you might be wondering,
Stupid
what's
goat.
even the goal of the movie now? I mean, the grandfather has his wish. That was Asha's whole motivation.
Yes.
So now what? Well, you have to go back and save the rest of the people, of course.
Apparently.
Because they look like they're in so much turmoil. Look, maybe if the people were half alive or zombie-like
Yeah.
without their wishes, this could work.
Yes.
I actually thought maybe they were hinting towards that with this character.
Yeah.
But he's just sleepy because clever, and everyone else is energetic as hell. Magnifico
Exactly,
does
everyone's
start
happy without
destroying
their
wishes,
wishes.
filling people with grief, but even that's technically a reaction of Asha disrupting the laws of this world.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not right to do it, but maybe they were lied to or something from the start. Maybe I'd get behind this, but everybody's told everything about how this world works and nobody is suffering from it. So
yes, like everyone knows what happens, and again, it just doesn't make any sense why she's doing any of this shit. My God, it's so bad. And you know, one other thing was that, like, he had no reason to open the book either. Literally, just one thing of magic and that was it. He doesn't even know where the magic came from or what it came from, and so he just assumed, okay, I gotta use this book. That throughout the entire movie, he kept saying, I should not use this, it's too dangerous. And he's just like, okay, I'll use it.
Urgency. I should also bring up, apparently in another draft, the Queen was supposed to be evil too.
Really?
Which would have made them Disney's first villain couple in an animated film. I'm not gonna
really?
lie, it would have been pretty cool if she saw him doing all this and said, why didn't you bring me in earlier? That would have been so cool!
Yeah, that would have been
instead,
better.
She stays royally bland as Magnifico reveals who handed Asha over.
See,
this does not make sense either.
be the king's most valiant and loyal knight.
Oh, also something about sodomizing a cocker spaniel. Yeah, where are the bad
What?
wishes? Everyone just wants to fly or make dresses. Where's the scene of Asha looking at one of those bubbles saying, I didn't know we needed to make that illegal, but we gotta make that illegal.
Yeah, where are the dark wishes?
Magnifico grants his wish as well as hypnotizes him. So Asha meets up with
Yeah, this is another thing that doesn't make sense. So his wish was to be his most loyal and most powerful knight? That does nothing but help him. Why did he not grant the wish in the first fucking place? That does literally nothing but help him. Stupid,
What's left of the seven
stupid,
twins?
stupid.
Please say you didn't destroy those people's wishes.
Well, indirectly I did, but you don't understand. People are gonna live the rest of their lives peaceful and happy. We gotta stop him!
Can he tell what we're becoming? Hear it in the way we're drumming.
That's pretty much the mindset as they play
Yeah.
their defiant "We ain't gonna take it anymore" song, and
The song, What I Know
I just
Now.
realized I don't even know this community that well.
Yeah,
I mean, I know these 7, but they're taken from another story.
Yeah.
And done badly. I don't really get much of an identity from this kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even the town from Beauty and the Beast wasn't anything that complex, but
Yeah.
I do remember them. There is a song about them, and we get their
No
personalities quickly,
parallel.
and they do stick with us throughout the rest of the film. These people all look like the CG extras from Hunchback of Notre Dame. Like, you're supposed to not notice them. Yet,
Yeah.
this is the heart of the movie they're fighting for now. I don't feel shit through any of this.
yeah.
I've seen too many.
And how did you find them?
The Queen joins their little coup too, and who can blame her with bad puns like this?
Yeah.
Fantasyland in the sky. Neverland. The perfect nanny
yeah,
for
that
your
part.
horrible children. Popping this one.
If you're like me, you were saying these references goddamn better be building to something that's worth it.
And it wasn't.
They're not, but again, we'll get to that in a bit.
Yeah.
The star makes a magic wand for Asha. Yeah, get it? It's...
Yes,
Batman, I
yes,
don't
she's
care.
the
And
godmother.
Magnifico chases her down.
Oh, so there was a horse.
Oh dear.
Really?
Rather than remind us you're the same company that made Snow White, why don't you act like you're the same company that made Snow White?
Please. Please.
Quality time! With Taco John's. You never forget the big moments, like devouring your first...
You really think you can take me down?
Thanks, John.
The bear could.
Anytime, Asha.
Little John, get it? I don't. It's just reminding you the movie exists. It's not
Oh.
saying anything about it. Got any other phone-ins?
Mirrors, mirrors on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Shut
that-
the fuck.
Magnifico
Yes.
gets the star and uses it for his wand. But I guess everyone fighting back defeats his magic. Or
Right.
something like that. I don't know. That's usually it.
Yeah, this doesn't make any sense.
Drat. I've been foiled by poorly motivated love!
Oh, yeah, and the part where he just gets
sucked into
banished
the
for no
scepter
reason.
because I didn't pay attention if they explain why, and he's in prison there forever.
Yeah.
In the dungeon.
Please, no, the dungeon smells really bad.
You're in a mirror.
A smell bad joke. Robin Williams worked with this studio, folks.
Ugh.
I dream of a utopian metropolis where all mammals are equal. And wear clothes.
Oh, I can think of
I
the
did not
whimsical
even
world
see
he's
that one. Good
referencing.
God.
So
Oh,
everybody's
Animal
given their
Farm,
wishes
no.
back, and Asha's even given the role of, say it with me,
Fairy godmother.
to decide whose wishes should be granted.
Ugh.
Isn't this almost exactly the same thing?
Yes.
How can we ever...
What's to say Asha won't
Just
become
keep
the same
wishing.
way? I believe it. Yes! Yes!
Yeah,
That is what will happen.
Mussolini's in there.
Oh no, mother hen. Ew.
Wonder why I'm grumpy.
Sweet delicious Christ crucified on popsicle sticks, shut up!
Yes, please.
So you might be wondering, what were all those lame references building up to?
Nothing.
Callback after back callback, what was it all for? Is Asha gonna create individual worlds where they can live out their wishes giving birth to these classics?
That would've been
Are
kinda
stories of
cool.
These wishes granted gonna trickle on down to writers over the years who are gonna give their spin on these tales?
No.
Is this all a fever dream Walt had before he died? What's it all amounting to?
Even if it was the last one, I'd be upset.
Absolutely nothing. Yep, not a damn thing. They do the Mickey Mouse logo as if to clarify, oh yeah, we had no plan, we're just saying things you recognize, and then run the end credits. And as the final insult to injury, they have the balls to show all these classic characters throughout the ending scroll. Yep, you get to use them in your credits because you clearly have no idea how to use them in your movie.
Yeah.
No, you don't get to use these characters. You're given access to some of the most iconic creations in film history, and you have it amount to this anus juice spewing hole?
A hole would be something. No, it was nothing.
Exactly. This isn't the worst Disney movie ever made. It's something worse. It's nothing.
Yeah.
It feels like death by 1,000 notes. A lot of talented people worked on this, and I don't think it's a problem of not trying. I think it's a problem of people just didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
It was rumored for a while that at the 100-year anniversary, a movie would be made featuring at least one character from every Disney animated film.
Yeah, and that would have been awesome.
Maybe that's how it started out, and people kept throwing more and more ideas around, and it became something that just couldn't live up to the pressure of representing everything this behemoth of a company represents. I think a cooler route would have been if they made Magnifico the main character.
Yeah.
Have him start off as the hero, and then he starts to spiral out of control or gets corrupted, and then maybe a character like Ash or his wife has to call him back to his sanity. That would be an interesting take. We haven't seen that from Disney animation.
That would have been cool.
That becomes the villain, but then becomes the hero again.
Yes.
It would have been something new and challenging. But look, I don't know what went on behind the scenes. I can't pretend I saw what all went down. All I can say is that the final product is beyond lackluster.
I'm convinced AI must have made this.
They're most likely going to bounce back, but I think many will remember one of their toughest points when they turned out a safe and passionless nothing.
Yeah.
And that's all I have to say about that.
You did good, Critic.
There's nothing more to say, man.
No, it's time to move on.
Is the horse guy still dead?
Thank you for giving me so much material.
You're gonna kick him in the crotch again?
Wait, the inside of his coat says something else. Wait, the dead horse isn't Wish, it's Madam Web.
Oh, hell yeah!
Let's kick the shit out of that!
Yeah, with pleasure. Yeah.
Watch out, world, here I are.
Ugh. That actually made me shudder. Like,
we're
that wasn't
continuing
exaggeration.
cameos for charity,
I
and all
legit
this
shudder.
month, we're donating to the Naperville Humane Society.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. There's nothing else to say, just it really was nothing. It amounted to nothing. The only thing I think they wanted to do was just reference all their different movies in one movie and do nothing after that. And yeah, I gave this movie a fair chance when I watched it. And after 20 minutes, right when the turn, that's when I was like, what the fuck is happening? Because that's pretty much all I think of. I feel like I lose brain cells when I watch some moments in that freaking movie. Oh my goodness. Yeah, an absolute disappointment of the 100-year anniversary of one of the greatest animation companies ever around. It's just insulting, guys. It's just insulting. Well, either way, I hope you enjoyed this reaction. Sorry I paused so much, but I had a lot to say about it, as much as Doug did. So, with that being said, I hope you guys still enjoyed the reaction nonetheless. Be sure to like and subscribe. Be sure to check out Nostalgia Critic and his other videos. Be sure to check out my live streams. I'm planning to do Power World this Saturday with my friends again. Hopefully, if my friend is able to get their stuff done in time. They had to move recently, so that's why. But other than that, we should be good to go by Saturday. That being said, I hope you guys will tune in then, and I'll see you next time. Bye!